Welcome to the video version of my blog found at www.tjgaves.blog.com, which I have named the Armchair Philosopher. In a legal brief filed today, August 17, 2009, by President Obama's Department of Justice in Smelt versus the United States, the administration upheld the view that the Defense of Marriage Act, or DOMA, was discriminatory, and yet they were obligated to defend the legislation in court. Such a viewpoint strains the limits of reason for even the staunchest opponent to gay marriage. If a law discriminates, it is unconstitutional. Nothing could be more fundamental to the rule of law in the United States. Yet the Obama administration would have us believe that discriminatory laws can be defended and even upheld by the courts. Regardless of where you may stand on the issue of gay rights or gay marriage, legislation must be fair and impartial. It is a basic tenet of our democracy that laws are to protect our rights, not abridge them. How could any administration believe that laws that it openly admits are unconstitutional are also allowed under our Constitution? Personally, I find this an illogical and thus an untenable position on which to stand. It seems to me to openly violate what Aristotle posited as the law of the excluded middle. The law of the excluded middle reads, P and not P cannot both and at the same time be true. In other words, if the sky is blue, you can't also say that it's purple. If the directions tell you to turn right, you can't also turn left. If a law is unconstitutional because it's discriminatory, it can't be upheld as constitutional by the courts. Things either are or they are not. One cannot have it both ways. Philosophically, the law of the excluded middle tells us that we cannot have our cake and eat it too. Somehow, the Obama administration has decided that logic no longer necessitates the basis of rational thought, and has instead begun a campaign of discrimination that started under the Bush administration, but culminates in today's legal brief. I have written a letter of protest to the President, arguing for him to take a stand not merely against the violation of the principles of logic, but also for the defense of civil liberty abrogated by DOMA, and would urge anyone who supports fair and equal justice for all Americans to join me. Thank you for watching.